it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came primetime action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. This challenge begins in the second quarter with 3 minutes to go. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You have the ball on your own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Takes it to about the 37.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The second down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
The third down throw incomplete by Steve Young.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Now Young on 4th down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 38 yards. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
So a 1st and 10 as the Buccaneer offense gets ready to go. Young wasting no time, right to the air. And he finds Gronk. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2nd down at 4. Here's Steve Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
Sometimes it's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease, then bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Young. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Young with a give to Sanders. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Calvin Johnson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Now Young. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd down and 5. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Young on 3rd down. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st and 10, Young. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now, 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
Not quite enough that time. Maybe just try a lower star difficulty if you can and select replay. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
That throw by Young incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now here's Young. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Young to throw on 4th. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. First down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, that drive took up an eternity. We finally had some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to it because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second. And finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. First play, and Young is going to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Young will set to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Young's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
We will start this challenge off in the second quarter with 4 minutes left on the clock. We're still without a score, tied at 0. But your opponent has the ball just across midfield, 1st and long. That was Eric Johnson in there to drop him for a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To the air, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Young. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Young's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You have the ball on your own 20-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10. On 2nd and 9, Young. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
And the catch made by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Young's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Well, unfortunately, no win on this attempt, but you can select a So a 1st and 10 as the Buccaneer offense gets ready to go. Young off the play fake. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
As Sanders has it poked free. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, there you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes remaining. You've got a big lead. You have possession on your own 45-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They got 29 yards that time.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, This is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, Young. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Fields it right around the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. He targets Ingram for another grab. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That one complete to Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out route to Hill, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield.